This video, guys, I will be teaching you how to configure your lockup rate in Pi network. What is lockup rate? Lockup rate is an amount of your Pi that will be locked when you are doing your first migration. Take for example, if you have 100 Pis and you lock up 50% of it, if you have a transferable Pi, let's say for example, this is your transferable Pi. For example, my transferable Pi that is remaining here is 14 transferable Pi. Now, you can see here it says lockup rate, right? Lockup rate. Now, if I set this lockup rate, it means some certain amount of my Pi, transferable Pi, when I'm transferring it, will be locked up in the first in the first migrated Pi. So if I'm migrating my transferable Pi to my wallet in Pi browser, and I set this lockup rate, the percentage I set will be locked off for amount of months I'm locking it up. Let me show you, for example, how to configure it. So if you click configure lockup settings, now you see what it says: lockup percentage and lockup duration. Now, if you have already set this, you cannot come below, you cannot bring it down again until you have done your first migration. Okay, so in my own case, I locked up, the lockup percentage is 100%. You can see it here. For example, you can set it to 50%, you can set it to 90%. You can decide to remove it completely by unchecking this box here before transferring your first migratable Pi to the Pi browser. But if you check it, then you set if it's 50% of it you want to transfer, then you set it. Then duration, if it is 1 year, if it is 6 months, you set it. So once you set it and you click increase commitment, here say lockup status committed, this setting is binding and will apply to your first transfer to mainnet. Okay, so that you will not go and make mistake and lock up your Pi. Okay, but the good thing is that when you lock up your Pi, the percentage you lock up will determine the boosting rate that your mining will increase. So if I lock up for 1 year and I lock up 90% of my Pi, you can see that the boosting rate, the mining rate, will be 187.5. But if I lock up 50% and I lock it up 6 months, you can see that the mining rate will be 52%. Okay, so the higher you lock up your Pi, the higher the mining rates will be. Okay, so I'm going to show you another thing here. If you want to increase your transferable balance, look at it. For example, transferable balance. So take for example, I have 88 unverified Pi and I have only 14 transferable Pi. So if I want to increase this transferable Pi, what will I do? So I have to first of all go to my team, the people that I've invited. I will go to my team, referral team. I will make sure that each of them migrate, those I've referred. Okay, I will make sure that each of them have migrated, have completed their KYC. So I can do this by, even if I don't know them one-on-one, I can do this by either pinching them, you see, or sending them a reminder message. Okay, so most of them are inactive, as you can see. So I can, if I want to pinch them, I can pinch them here. Okay, pinch. Okay, so I've already done so. I can also send them message here, general message. Okay, by pinching members, you can see it. All right, confirm. So now that is how you can be able to, if the more each of them migrate or complete their KYC, the more your transferable balance here will become available for you. Another thing you have to know is so you can really add more. For you to also increase your mining rate right now, you can add more persons to you can search for the the username of many people who are using Pi already. Take for example, if I know your Pi now, your Pi username, I can add you. What I need to do is to go to my Pi browser, log into my Pi browser. Okay, so when I log into that browser, I can search for your username and add you up as a follower. So the more username I search and add up, okay, this is the more username okay, this is it. So if I go to my Pi browser now, I click on profile. Okay, so when I open profile, see here, view friends, I have 0 friends per name. So I can search for your name here. For example, I can search for, okay, if I search for your username, if I know your username, so I can get people's username, search for them, send them friend request, and then they become my friend. So in that, the more friend you the more 101, the more friend you get, okay, the more your mining rate will increase. So try it out, guys. And if you are not mining Pi yet, so what you have to do is to follow the link I'm dropping below this video and start mining your Pi. Pi is already listed. You can see how many it is now. Let me show you.